We are back today with a new tactic, the magical 4-3-3. We're looking at 4 teams in West Ham, Hereveen, Braga and Atalanta and just seeing how good they've got on, and there are some honourable mentions about some other teams we have tried this tactic with. Let's dive straight in. The magical 4-3-3, which has been produced by one of my mods, HC16. Let's take a look and get into it. So our first team for this experiment, we started off Atalanta, and you can see here, they won Serie A with this formation. Been an interesting old season for them. 5 losses, 5 draws, but then 28 wins. Were absolutely massive. The Atalanta taking that league title with a 97 goals scored. You can see the forwards, they conceded a lot more goals than teams around them here. You can see 23 by Inter. AC Milan conceded 35, but that 97 is massive compared to the other teams around them. An 18 goal difference between the teams below them there. Atalanta absolutely smashed the division. And I mean, you can see straight away what has been happening. Malioski, average rating, absolutely up there. Assists from Malioski again, and Morakchuk as well. So that definitely works. Oddly enough, there's no one in the top goal scorer in the top 3 anyway. You can see Zapata is up there on 19 goals. Couldn't break the top 3. But again, Muriel's there, Malioski's there. So there's a few boys up and around there, but none of them broke the top 3 in this formation. But the other competitions-wise, though, is where we noticed something a bit more different. Atalanta got absolutely done in by Chelsea and Real Madrid in their group. They couldn't get out of the group. And then the Europa League were knocked out by Monaco. So it didn't go so well in Europe for them, but the fact they won the league is pretty big as it is. And of course, they won the Coppa Italia as well. They did win the Coppa Italia, beating AC Milan in that final as well. So a double season for Atalanta is not a bad way to start with this tactic. Let's have a bit of a deep dive now. We can see a bit further on here. Goals for the season, we mentioned already. Zapata and Muriel got 22 and 23 in all comps. That is not a bad return at all. Malioski got 18 goals with 22 assists. Absolutely monster assists there as well. Ilic getting 15 goals as well. I mean, a bit further down. De Roon got 10. There's 14 assists here for Morakchuk as well. So it's clearly producing goals, and it's producing a lot of assists for some key players in this formation. So it clearly is working. Let's go dive into the next team now. We're going to take a look at West Ham United. So we're coming with West Ham. You might think straight away, okay, they haven't actually won anything, so why are you showing us West Ham United? I'm thinking West Ham getting 4th in the Premier League is not a bad achievement, really, considering you think this is West Ham United. This is a team who predicted to finish 9th in the league, getting 4th, and they did get to a semi-final of the Carabao Cup, losing to Chelsea. Quarterfinals of the FA Cup against Leicester, it's not too bad as well, but I mean, losing to Benfica is not ideal in the Europa League for them, really, but finishing 4th in the Premier League is not a bad ask, really, of the guys, really. Have a little bit deeper look here, you can see here. Overall, 26 victories, there's 4 draws, there's 8 losses in the end, though, were key for them, really. But again, goals-wise, 78, so not so many as the goals of teams above them, but outscoring the likes of Arsenal, outscoring the likes of Spurs, even Leicester, Chelsea, so they were getting a lot of goals in this formation. I mean, Man City have absolutely done the league there. 112 goals, absolutely ridiculous. So they're not touching them guys, but again, not a bad return here for West Ham. A bit of a deeper dive now to see where their goals have been coming from this season. Thomas Souček, oddly enough, here, 26 goals. Where on earth was Thomas Souček playing to get 26 goals this season? It's absolutely insanity. Who would have thought Souček would get 19 in the Premier League, 26 in all competitions this season for Thomas Souček? An interesting one to think, where on earth was he playing to get all these goals? Oddly enough, Antonio got 22 goals as well. Jarrod Bowen, Ben Rama on 15 and 13 as well. Good number of assists as well there. Aaron Cresswell got 14 assists in the left back as well. Left backs are very overpowered this year, it seems. Most of our tactics this year, the left back's been getting most of the assists. But a very good return for West Ham. 4th, getting Champions League football. It's not bad at all, really. So let's dive to the next one now, and we're going to take a look over at Braga. So we arrive in Portugal now with Braga, and Braga have won the league. And not only that, they came runner-up in the Portuguese Cup here as well. I mean, it didn't go so well for us. Europa League got to the semi-finals, losing to Benfica, losing to one of the Portuguese own clubs as well. It's a massive shame because they lost to Benfica in both of these competitions here. But they did beat Benfica to get that league title. A first one in the while for Braga as well. Of course, Braga were predicted to finish 4th, if I'm correct in saying so. Yes, a mere prediction of finishing 4th in the table. But they did, in fact, finish top of the bunch. You can see here, actually in total, they had a pretty darn good season. You can see here, 27 victories, 3 draws, only 4 losses. They scored 93 goals in this formation. In the magical 4-3-3, they hit 93 goals, conceding 38. So again, conceding a few goals more than other teams around them. So there is a weakness in this formation. Can concede a few more goals than other big teams, but if you're outscoring them and beating them, you're going to win the league title. You are going to win league titles. And 93 goals is an absolutely massive return. And a bit more of a deep dive now. You can see here, Vitinha, there was the main man in this formation, of course. He got 39 goals in 46 appearances in this formation, which is absolutely insanity. See a bit further down, Horta getting 32 goals as well, 17 assists for him. Castro got 19 and 10, 18 and 7 there for Horta as well. And Mendoza got 27 assists, an absolutely monster number, with 12 goals alongside that, but at 27 of assists as well is absolutely insane. Nunes Scudea, the left back, of course, we've mentioned left backs already, 11 assists for him. And of course, as well, João Novaes as well got 10 assists from midfield. So you can see there's a lot of assists and a lot of goals coming from this formation. And it really does work. And the next one is a bit more of a obscure one. We're going to Heerenveen in the Dutch league to see what happens when you get Heerenveen against the likes of Feyenoord, PSV and Ajax. So let's dive in now. You can see Heerenveen were actually predicted to finish 8th in the league. We got the second in the league in this formation, which is absolutely insane. They beat Feyenoord and PSV Eindhoven to that Champions League spot. A team which have never been up there before. They've never seen the dizzy heights of top of the table or second in the table before. But within this formation, they have done it. A team that were not predicted to get up there have done so. You can see now, though, after 34 games, they got 26 victories, 3 draws, 5 defeats, sadly. They were very close, but they did lose to Ajax both times 4-0. So Ajax are just a little bit too good for them. But they only lost out on 1 point in the end to Ajax for that league title. So very close for Heerenveen. 8th predicted in the media prediction, getting second, being 1 point behind Ajax. And again, goals-wise, 70 goals. They did outscore Feyenoord. Oddly enough, not PSV though. PSV got 74, so a few more than them. But again, not a bad season for a team that were predicted to finish 8th in the league. And the best one out of all this is as well, Amin Sarr got absolutely, he just did absolute wonders for him. He did absolutely wonders. Got 24 goals in 33 appearances this season. That is not a bad return, really, for the lad. The young Swedish lad, bossing the goals in the Dutch league here. I mean, there's some other good standouts which we'll look at as well quickly. We mentioned here, 12 in 12 for Mats Collett. They got 12 assists and 12 goals this season. A bit further down, I mean, 8 and 8, 7, 8. It's not a bad return, really, but a lot of the goals did come from the main man, Amin Sarr, within this formation for Heerenveen. So at this point, we're going to have a quick look at some honourable mentions. I do want to mention 2 clubs who are using this formation a lot. We were testing. We're not going to go too deep into these clubs. First off, it's Manchester United. So you might be wondering, why Manchester United? We've always seen the Premier League table. They didn't win it. We saw Man City have absolutely dominated. Liverpool 1 point behind. Man U got 3rd in the league. But there's something I did want to mention. Manchester United came runners up in the Champions League with this formation as well. The Emirates FA Cup came to the semi-finals as well. So they had a pretty good season getting to a Champions League final as well. Losing out, sadly enough, in the end, though. They didn't win the Champions League. They lost to Man City 4-1. Man City absolutely done them in, oddly enough. So yeah, not a bad season for Manchester United, really. This formation works very well with them. I mean, we can have a bit more of a deeper dive now and see where the goal came from. You could probably guess Cristiano Ronaldo. He got 34 goals in 56 games in this team. Marcus Rashford, they're getting 23. And Bruno Fernandes is the big one here. 20 goals for Bruno with 33 assists. 33 assists is an absolutely insane number for Bruno to get in, really. In 56 appearances, he was involved every game in some sort of goal contribution, pretty much. So that's not a bad return for Bruno, really. So there's one more I want to mention as well quickly. We're going to dive in now quickly and check out the other team. We're going to Monaco. Let's have a look, shall we? So again with Monaco, we'll put it straight out there. They didn't win the league. PSG, too good. You can't beat PSG to league title. They did come second, though. They weren't ages behind, though. 87 points. And you can see here, Champions League didn't go very well for them either. So you're wondering, well, they didn't win the league. They didn't win the Champions League. Why are we looking at Monaco? They got to the Europa League final and lost out to Benfica in that final, oddly enough. Benfica, who we already seen already, knocked out Braga earlier on. Then come back here and then knock out Monaco in the final. So this formation did get Monaco to Europa League final. You got Manchester United to a Champions League final. 2 teams that haven't really included properly in this video. Just a brief overview to see that this formation got 2 teams to European finals. Sadly, they didn't win, though. Sadly, they did not win, but you've seen the other results around what happens with this formation. So maybe now it's about time we dive in and check the formation now and see what we're looking at. Let's get to it. So to run through this tactic now, we have gone back to Manchester United to have a look at the magical 4-3-3. We start at the back line. We start with David De Gea in goal, playing as a goalkeeper on defend. In terms of individual instructions, nothing there. Just your goalkeeper, on defend, bog standard keeper. Nice and easy one to start with. We have a fullback on support on this right-hand side, being told to stay wider, tackle harder, and mark tighter. As we jump to the left-hand side now, we have full back and attack on this side. Again, told to stay wider, tackle harder, and mark tighter. Into that back line now, into the middle, we start off with Harry Maguire on the right-hand side. Ball playing defender on defend, no individual instructions there for you. And on that left-hand side one, we have Varane being told to take fewer risks on that left-hand side. Playing as a central defender, so you got a ball playing defender on the right and a central defender on the left. Into the DLP role now, in that CDM, we have a DLP on support here with Fred being put there right now, being told to mark tighter and tackle harder. And then we jump into these two boys here. Donny van der Beek, firstly, is a CM on support on that left centre midfield role, told to take more risks, cross less often, and shoot less often. Where Bruno plays that CM attack, it's been so good this year in FM22. You see there, he is told to cross less often and to take more risks, getting further forward and doing the bits there for Bruno. On the right, winger attack, no different instructions there, just winger attack. Sancho, get up there, get those balls into Big Ronnie, which we'll get to in a moment. And on that left-hand side, Marcus Rashford, the inside forward and attack, being told to sit narrower. So he's sitting more basically around this sort of area here, cutting inside, supporting Ronaldo. I mean, there's a reason why Rashford's got so many goals this season. He's in that space, helping Big Ronnie, which we're going to look at now. Ronaldo as a poacher, no individual instructions there. Just linger around here, basically. Rashford be cutting here to supporting you. Bruno making those late runs. Sancho, right-hand side, banging balls in the box. You just sit in there, Ronaldo, and wait for the ball to come to your feet. But yeah, let's get to the mentality. We're playing an attacking mentality here for Manchester United with the in-possession tactics set as passing the space, play out defence, low crosses, run at the defence, work the ball into the box, and play with a higher tempo. We're trying to find Ronaldo's feet here, not get him in the air. We're trying to look for him in the feet, working the ball into the box, playing those low crosses. Then, in transition, distribute the centre-backs and the full-backs from the keeper here. Distribute it quickly also. Counter and counter-pressing style. And out of possession. You see here, a higher line of engagement here. Not fully all the way, but just high enough there. And much more often, of course, set to our trigger presses over here. Prevent the short distribution to the keeper. And you can see there, the defensive line is left on standard. So there you have it. That is the magical 4-3-3 formation produced by HC16, one of my Twitch mods. You can find the information down below, and the download link is down there, of course. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more tactics, more Wonder Kids, more everything basically. Anything Football Manager related, you'll find it right here. And of course, give the video a thumbs up. And let me know in the comment section, what team should we try this out with instead? Let me know if there's any other teams you think we should try this out with, and I'll put the information down below in the comments of how we've done with that team within this formation. As always, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.